The state of Texas will go to any length necessary to protect children.
The district attorney of Montgomery County, Texas, holding a news conference after authorities entered the offices of the Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston today, armed with a search warrant. Good evening, everyone. I'm Liz Faublas. Authorities are looking for files as they investigate a priest accused of sexual abuse. The Archdiocese says it's cooperating with the investigation. Currents News' Michelle Powers has the latest.
Early this morning, a team of more than 50 law enforcement officers moved into the headquarters of the Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston.
This is not a search warrant against the Catholic Church, nor is it a search warrant against its employees. It's a search warrant to obtain records.
Armed with a search warrant, Brett Ligon, the county district attorney, is looking for records related to Manuel La Rosa Lopez, a priest who was charged and arrested in September of this year after he was accused of molesting teens in the 1990s and early 2000s.
People who know Montgomery County know that we value our children and we value victims of violent crimes. And anybody who's been a victim of child sexual assault knows it's the most violent of cases.
La Rosa Lopez has denied the allegations and is currently free on bond.
Good morning, brothers.
The leader of the Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston, Cardinal Daniel DiNardo, is also the leader of the United States bishops. He's called the current sex abuse crisis a moral catastrophe. In a statement, the Archdiocese said that the investigation came as a complete surprise. The Archdiocese of Galveston-Houston continues to cooperate, as we have since the outset with this process. In fact, consistent with Cardinal DiNardo's pledge of full cooperation, the information being sought was already being compiled.
Spoken with Cardinal DiNardo, and he has been cooperative, and I take him at his word that he is trying to be transparent. Now, obviously, he didn't know the search warrant was going to be here today.
Cardinal DiNardo has been in the headlines recently, facing criticism from abuse survivors who believe he mishandled certain cases in both Iowa and Texas. Cardinal DiNardo adamantly denies this.
Patron saint of children is St. Nicholas. St. Nicholas is also known as Santa Claus. Well, Santa Claus is here to tell you that the state of Texas will go to any length necessary to protect children.
A practicing Catholic himself, DA Brett Ligon, said his office is prepared to have the search last up to 2 days if necessary. Michelle Powers, Currents News.
Also monitoring the breaking story and its impact on the church is national correspondent for the Tablet and Crux, Christopher White. He joins us now. Christopher, thank you so much for being here. A major part of this developing story is the prosecutor in this case saying that he'll turn over any other relevant files to the Texas Rangers or the federal authorities. What could that mean?
That's right, Liz. It's interesting because the premise, of course, for this warrant is this one particular priest in question. However, his remarks today sort of saying any other relevant information could be turned over to federal authorities sort of hints that if there are other things that raises eyebrows and that seem suspicious that go beyond this case, they too could become grounds for further investigation, which could open up a whole new can of worms.
Now, Cardinal DiNardo is currently the head of the U.S. Catholic bishops. How does today's news affect his capacity on that front?
Well, Liz, we have 300 Catholic bishops in this country that are embattled by the sexual abuse crisis, and Cardinal DiNardo is responsible for sort of representing them and leading them through this. And it's very difficult to do this when you've got this in your home diocese sort of taking advantage, taking all of your attention. And so he faces an uphill battle to do this. He's of course pledged to cooperate, but he's doing so he's sort of against a lot of odds at the moment.
What comes next, Christopher?
Well, in Texas in particular, this one particular case of this one priest in question will go forward, but there's the possibility, of course, of a larger statewide investigation. It was just last month that the dioceses were all warned in every diocese in this country to save all of their records.
All right, Christopher, thank you very much.